Okay, so Luca is suffering from lateral epicondylitis for his right elbow. Because he's a golfer, we're going to try and specifically target some exercises that might help improve his game and decrease the pain that he's having when he is actually playing golf. So the first exercise we're going to be doing, since it's about 5 days post-injury, so it's still in the acute setting, is using this silly putty for just finger flexion and extension. So we're just trying to increase that grip strength without aggravating his extensor tendons of his wrist. So he's just going to, I'm just going to mold it. And then what he's going to do, if this is too easy, we can move on to like a thicker putty. We're just going to basically squeeze and then relax. And then squeeze and then relax. And to make it a little bit harder too, you can wrap it around his fingers and just squeeze and extend to work flexion and extension of the digits. So just give that a try. So just keeping your elbow straight in. You can just flex and extend. So we do that for 3 sets of 12, just because we're trying to specifically target endurance, just because if he does play 18 holes of golf, that's a lot of, that's quite long, and he might fatigue near the end, so to decrease that, we'll have to strengthen his wrists, elbows, and shoulders while using a high set of reps, so 12 to 15 is specifically what we're going to try and do. So just squeezing and holding for 3 seconds and then extending. Any pain with that? So if there is any pain, just tell me where. And if it's okay if it's about 2 or below, or discomfort, but anything 2 or above, I'd say we'll just back off a bit. Okay, so the next one is just isometric wrist extension. So you're just going to stand seated. You're just going to make a fist, and then you're just going to apply pressure on top of your wrist, pressing down, and you're just going to try and hold that contraction. So we're looking to hold. So just don't have it on your hand or on your leg, just right at your side. So you're not using any pressure from your leg, and you're just going to press down, and you're just going to try and hold that contraction without moving your wrist. So this will be an isometric contraction. I'd say hold for 20 to 30 seconds, and we'll do it about 3 to 4 times, or unless it's quite uncomfortable or gets over that 2 out of 10 pain.
How long that hold is for?
20 to 30 seconds for about 4 sets. Okay, and the last one we're going to do is going to be fire hydrants. So the reason why we're just going to do fire hydrants is because since he's a golfer, he needs really good hip mobility. So if he's golfing and he has bad hip mobility, he's using more of his shoulders, thoracic spine, and upper cervical spine to get that last rotation. And then same with the follow through. So if we really increase that hip mobility, he'll have a nice fuller swing and less weight and transferring of forces through his shoulders and his elbows. So to do that, we're going to do fire hydrant. So if Luca just comes to the ground, so I'll just give him a demo. So this isn't really specifically working the wrist per se, but this is just to help overall. Just going to stand on all fours. And what he's going to do is have a nice neutral spine position. And he's just going to raise his hip up and then come back down. He's going to do the same thing on the other one. And come back down. So try that.
Like this?
Yeah. Good spine. So there. Okay. And then just imagine if I have a pen right here and you don't want it to fall off, so you have to keep this back nice and straight. And so just raise one knee off the ground to the side. Good, and come back down. And try the other one. So the left one needs a little work, it looks like. Okay, so there's a decrease of hip mobility, so this exercise will help strengthen the hips and also help increase some of the mobility that I might have lost over the years of playing golf. So we do this 3 times 12 again, or until he has any discomfort in his wrist.